Yes, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing about like how do we handle the alerts. Okay. So I'll pick up a site so which will help you to handle the alerts in different ways. So simple alert. How do we have like one alert with OK button and in other alerts we have OK and cancel. In another alert, in other alert we have a text box within that we can click on OK or cancel. Okay, so let me just reload it. Okay, just take out one of these sites which is available. I'm just taking the site here. You can see switch to alert. Okay, so this is the site wherein when you click on this, so you'll see the alert here. Okay, so to handle this alert, just we need to switch to this alert and we have to perform. Okay, as we look into this frames, right? So how do we switch to frames and try to perform the actions in a similar way? We will be switching to this alert. When we click on this, you can see alert will be available here. You need to just click on that. Okay. So for this, what are the three types of alerts? What we have is like first one is like just we have OK button in it. So when I click on it, you can see. Let me just check site. See, we have only one button which is available on the alert. So when we click on this, see, now we have like alert with OK and cancel. When we click, you have OK and cancel. So it is still showing like OK, you press on OK and you press on cancel. So we have another alert box which we have like wherein we have the text box which is available. Okay. I'm just entering Srikanth, click on OK. Hello Srikanth, how are you today? Click on this. I'm entering Srikanth and click on cancel. Nothing is displayed. Okay. So we'll try to handle this alerts. Okay. Three types of alerts that we have. So alert is an interface. Okay. So alert is an interface. Let me just create a sample package here. Selenium dot alert. So within this, I'm going to create class called handling alerts. So as we discussed, like we'll try to take the same set of examples. Okay. So I mean, like, how do we exactly log into the browser? Okay. So for this, I've just taken this. So which is the site that we have here? This is the site. Okay. So we'll take this. Pass it as a parameter. Okay. So once we are done with this, so we'll be trying to find that element. Okay. So for that we use that window handle method, right? So window handle example dot. So clicking on that, okay. So y dot x bar, and you can wait for that element to be available. After that, we'll be clicking on it. Okay. So let me just inspect this. Okay. Control F. Here we are going to take text is equals to, and this is a text that I have, and I will be clicking on this button. Okay. So this is anchor tag. So we'll be clicking on it. After clicking that, what we have to do is like alert, as I discussed, like alert is an interface. Okay. So alert, you can see alert is an interface. So for this, we are going to just create a reference variable. After that, I'm going to use diode of switch dot alert. Okay. So we'll go and try to see the documentation of alert. What it is like, it's an interface. What are the methods available here? Let's say accept, dismiss, and enter. Like, you can get that text from that alert and you can enter the data into that. Like, you can enter the text into that particular alert box. Okay. So now what we do is like we have to switch to that alert dot. So we are already switching to that, right? So we just click on the accept. Okay. Now you see what happens. I'll just wait for a few seconds here so that we can see the execution properly. 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, it's going to click on that. Okay. Okay. So let me execute this code. Oh, we need to do one more action, right? We need to click on this button also. Okay. So let me just close it. Again, I'm going to identify this button here. So once we click on this button, we can able to see that alert. You can see Control F button. Otherwise, we'll try to use this normalized space here. So it should work actually. So let me just tell you. We have a lot of space which is given here. Let me check this, guys. Actually, it should work. So it should work actually. So we are trying to just identify element with the heading spaces. Okay. Normalize space. So here we'll try to put equals. Normalize hyphen space. Then we have text is equals to the value I'm just trying to give it. Okay. So let's give some value here. Okay. It is not required. Another one is like we can try another approach, which I'm trying here now. Is like we can take normalize space. Before that, we'll try to give the text here. Okay. So we have syntaxes like this also we can use. Normalize space. Then we'll try to text method and we have a space here. Space is equals to normalize space text. Div text and we have normalized space. We have this text and then I'm going to give this should work. It's not working by some reason. We need to check this one. Okay, let me just now take the which is if it is not working, then we can take this one. Okay, so contains text, and here I'm going to give the text like this. Okay, so it should work. Now it is working. Okay, so let me just take this one, copy it, and go here, and you can use the same thing here. Copy, paste it, and we can take text path. And here at the end, you can just close it. Dot. Oh, we need to pass one other parameter, which is clicking on this. Okay. So now you see. So first it will click on that alert with OK, and after that it will click on the button to display an alert box. After that, it will switch to that alert and it's going to click on that Click on that OK button. Okay, now you see I'm in alert box. Wait for some time, it's going to click on that OK button. Let me just check what happens here. Otherwise, we can write one more condition here. That's condition is nothing but web driver wait, and wait is equals to web driver wait d dot duration dot off seconds 30. So wait dot until expected conditions. So we are going to put the expected conditions dot alert is present. Okay. After that, you can switch to that. See, it waited for 3 seconds, then it clicked on it. Okay. So I'm just writing a condition so that we can wait for the alert. Otherwise, it's like we want to get the text of it. So we can get the text of that alert. What is that alert actually? And what is the text of it? Okay. So we can just use this ELT and we can have this alert. Okay. So let me just go and execute this again. You can see the output here. Waiting for that alert. If it is not available within 30 seconds, it will just throw the error. Expected condition failing. Okay. So let's see that. Okay. Let's wait for 30 seconds and see that if it is able to identify and it will get the text of it. Okay. Since it will not because of some reasons, let me just run it again. See, now it has clicked on it. Okay. So let's go and see what is that. I'm in alert one. So this is for the alert which we are trying to just identify this alert, then we are going to use it. So let me just write a small function here. I will just write public void public static void. Let's say that accept alert. Okay, so this is small function that I'm writing here. I'm just passing it here. And here I'm calling it. Okay, so next function I'm going to write for the next function. Accept and accept time. We'll say that's dismiss. Okay, so accept and dismiss.
Repeat that previous one was have joined late.
What is it?
Can you please repeat that previous one as I've joined later?
This one? See,
Except
yeah, see, alert is an interface, right? So what we are trying to do is like we are just creating an object out of it. The d dot switch dot alert is nothing but we are just creating an object for this. And now you can see that alert dot, when I say alert dot accept, what it is doing is like it will click on that accept button. Before that, it was not waiting for that alert. So that for that reason, I'm just writing a explicit wait. Just I'm waiting for that alert to be available. So once it is available, I want to get the text of it. Okay. So when you see what are the methods which are available under this interface, dismiss, accept, get text, and send case. Dismiss is like it will click on cancel. Okay is like it will click on, like in accept is like it will click on okay button. Get text is like it will get the text of that particular alert. Okay, whatever text it is displayed here. So let us take, if I click on this, it will have the text here, right? So this text will be appear. And here we have a send keys is like this will be used when we want to just enter some data into this box. Okay, so this is nothing but text box that we have. Okay, so now we are trying to identify the alert which is available here, and we want first we'll click this and we'll validate this text. And for that we'll click on this cancel, we'll validate this cancel button. Okay, so this is kind of like a repeated action that we want to just check it. So for this, what I'm going to do is like first I'll click on the okay. Okay, so let's go and try to identify the element here. So this is nothing but let's go here, copy it, and you can change the this text should be changed. Okay, first it will click on this. After this, you want to click on this. Say confirmation box. Let me just go here and I'll just remove this. And then I'm going to paste here. Okay, first time we are trying to switch to that and we want to click on that particular alert. Okay, so we have two actions that we have to perform, right? I'm just writing for loop here, int it's not equal to 1. Here we'll write it as like separate method here so that we can, okay, void static, public static, sorry, static void wait for alert. Okay, so we are not returning anything, we'll just wait for this alert, and after that we want to get the text of it. Okay, if you get the text, there's nothing text which is displayed here, only it says like you can see. And we click on press a button, it says like a press a button. Okay, so if I click on OK, then we'll get that. So instead of doing this, so I'll just remove this one. So first time I'm going to click on accept. Okay, so first time I'm going to click on the accept, and second time. So what we do is like we'll try to click on dismiss. Okay, so if it is equals to 1, then I do this else alert dot dismiss. So just writing a simple piece of code here. I'm iterating it for 2 times, and just if it is first time, it will click on accept. Okay, so then we need to get the text whatever we are getting it, right? So I'll just write it in this way so that we can get the text of it. Okay, system out. So what is that we need to identify? This is the element that I need to identify. Okay, so when I click on this OK button, I'll get this. Okay, so here I'll go and identify this one. So what it is showing here, see, this is what we'll get. Okay, so Control C, Control F. How do we identify this element now? So we have button. Inside that we have text. Okay, so if I say we have a lot of things here, it will be displayed as like this. So let me just go here. Okay. Button on confirmation click. Okay. So what is that we want to identify here? We have a ID. That ID is equals to demo. Okay, we have buttons here, so it is inside the div. Not able to identify. Okay, so it is not under the button, it is directly available under this div. Okay, you can see it is highlighting this. So let me just take this one and we will get the text of it. So for this, what I need to do is like d dot find element by dot text bar dot get text. Okay, so this I'm going to capture in a string. String text is equals to enter me the text here. So after clicking on this, I'll wait for seconds. We can still use that wait and everything. Okay. So after clicking on dismiss also, I'll be waiting for this. So I should get. So what I should get now? So I should get the text for both of them. If I click on this, the same actions will be repeated here. Okay. So we need to put this both of them under this particular for loop. So why I'm doing this is like to get the text of the both the text. Okay. So if I click on this, it will click on this. Okay. So after that, it will take the alert and wait for the alert. Okay. Alert is displayed, then it will click on accept for the first time. So this all things should be in a for loop. Okay. So because you want to iterate it for 2 times, you want to see what is the text that we want to get. So I'll come here and just comment this. I'll take accept dismiss alert. Okay. So let's go and try to execute. So here it will come and it will execute this piece of code. Okay. For the first time, first iterations, it will do this. Like, clicking on that element, and it will just use this one. And the second time it will come here and it will like until this condition is failed. Okay, it will iterate. Okay. Now you see, first time it clicked on OK and second time it clicked on cancel. Okay. So first time it came here and it clicked on accept. So that is the reason why we are getting this OK. And if second time it is coming and it is trying to click on this, so it is showing this cancel button. Okay. So this is about like when we click on this, I'll see OK, it will show you OK. Click on cancel, it will show you click. Okay. So this is nothing but validation, kind of validation, whether we have clicked OK or cancel. Okay, so now we'll take the third one. So this is kind of like clicking on OK. So here I'm going to enter the text Srikanth. I can see hello Srikanth. So click on cancel and click on this. If OK, it will show this one. If cancel, it shows like nothing. So it is similar. We can use the same set of method, but we'll just change the objects for that. Okay, identifying of the objects. We can do the same actions again, right? And take this. So here I'll just change the name of the method. Accept, dismiss, assign, you can say enter. Text with accept and dismiss. Okay. So I just created this one. So here I need to identify the element. What is that element that we have here? From here. This we have to identify. Copy this from here. Paste it. After this, you want to click on the demo with clipboard button. Okay. So now we are switching on to this and wait for the element. And if it is first time, then I'm going to click on accept. Okay. Before accepting, I want to just enter some data. Okay. We dot send is. So here I'll say it will be faster so that we can wait for some time. accept. When you accept it, you'll get the text of it. Okay. So we want to validate the text, right? So what is the text that we'll get? So this is the text. Okay. So we'll try to check what is that. We are getting it here. Okay. We are seeing. You press it on OK, it is showing, but it has got a different. Right. So it is like demo one. This will change one. Okay, get text. So first time we see that if text dot. So I'm just checking this one. Okay. Dot. Okay, so is blank is empty. We can just okay, let me just take. Is empty in the sense, if it is true, is empty in the sense, what it does is like it will show you the else block here. Okay. This is like is empty. Is empty, it will return you Boolean variable. Okay. So if it is true, okay, in the sense now what it is doing, like when I say text dot is empty, it will print the text. If it is not empty, okay, if it is not empty, it will print the text and it will say that this is kind of like, see, if it is like true, let me just do this one. Okay. So text, if it is empty, then it's going to, sorry guys. So I'll say that this is a null. Action cancelled. Okay. So action cancelled because we entered the text, but we have just cancelled the action. If it is empty, we are trying to get the empty text here. So I'll try to copy everything as it is and I'll paste it here. Just only one thing I'll be changing is like I'll be changing the discuss. Like accept to the discuss. Okay, here also the same action. The first thing what we do is like we click on that particular button. So that's nothing but here we'll click on it. We'll click on this, click the demonstration button. After that we'll get it. So here we are going to switch it. Okay, switch to that. So already what it is like d dot switch to alert is like it's going to switch to that alert. After that, what we want to do, we want to enter the text. Okay, so we'll wait for 2 seconds, then we'll click on the accept button. Then we'll get the text. Okay, so if the text is not empty, okay, is not empty, text dot is not empty, then it will go here and it will try to print the text. If it is empty, then it will say that action cancelled. Okay, so otherwise, say clicked on cancel. Cancel button. So you can copy, we can paste it here. Now here I'm going to call this method. Okay, we'll see what is that output that we are going to get. Okay? This is like, first we'll click on that button, we enter some data. After that, we'll click on OK. And we validate what is the text that is appearing. See, first time it is clicking on this and it will enter. See, hello Srikanth, how are you today? And it is like clicking on cancel. We don't get anything here. Now you go and see. First one is like it clicked on accept button, right? So what it does is like it clicked on accept button. So it clicked on accept button. So okay, that's nothing but it entered the data here. And after that, you can see it is clicking on accept button. And we are getting the text here. So text is not empty, right? So it is printing the text. If it is empty, it will say that clicked on cancel button. It is coming to the second operation. So what it is doing now? So here we are checking for I is equals to 0. We are putting some condition here and we are checking for this. Else block, I'm coming here. Then what I'm doing is like I'm just trying to enter the Srikanth here. Okay. So after that, what it is doing is like what it is doing is like it's waiting for that and it's clicking on dismiss. So then we see that no text is, this is true. That is the reason why we are getting this one. Okay, click on cancel button. No data, like it's not showing up any data. Okay, so this is all about like alerts, guys. And so we see that there are 3 types of alerts, right? So one is like only click on this and you click on this OK button. And when we have this OK and cancel button, so it will show OK, click on OK and it will cancel. And third one is like we have a text box and we'll enter the text box. Okay, so what we have inserted into this also we can get it. Okay, so what we do is like we'll just try to get the text of it. So if you, for example, want the get text, so that's nothing but it is showing this one, right? So it's nothing but it is showing after entering the text. If you want to get the text of it, so directly you can write alert switch before clicking on that accept. So we'll see that what is that dot get text. So if you have any text which is entered over there, it will show you. So for this, what I want to do is like I say alert dot get text. Before clicking on the dismiss, I just want to let's go and try to get this. Let me retry it again. Srikanth, how are you today? And second time it is like clicking on cancel. Okay, we don't have any data here. So we'll go here and we'll try to see. Please enter your name. Okay, it is showing like please enter your name. So that is the text which is available here, right? Okay, but here we can get this. So let me just identify this element also. Think this is not capturing this one actually, so it should capture it. So get text, it will capture the things, but here it's not identifying. We can use like we can get this with the help of like a JavaScript executable also. Okay, so we can do that one little later. I'll show you how do we get it. But here we are whatever we are trying to enter, it will enter it. Send case is like it will try to switch to this alert and it will enter the data. After clicking it, it will show. Okay, so that's the thing. But because of this reason, we have this alert box. So the other thing is like you can try on the other sites also, guys. So when we go to this a practice page for this. So here you can see it's showing this. We enter this and click on alert, it will show hello Srikanth. So this is the thing, but we'll get the text of it. So when you click on cancel, yes or no, confirm, sorry. Okay, so confirm boxes we have set. And you can cancel. So sure you want to cancel, you want to confirm. So this is how it will be displayed. Okay. So here also we have this and you can package this one also. And if you click on confirm, it will like, confirm box is nothing but a working answer. So if you want to have the send text, text that you want to enter into that alert, that is also available in this particular example. Okay. So when you click on this, enter the some data into this text, click on this. Okay. It will show this is nothing but we have to validate. Okay. So this example covers all 3 things, guys. Please practice and let me know. Okay. So So alert is a interface. So in that interface, we have methods. What are those methods which are available? Accept, dismiss, get text, and send keys. Okay, these are the four things which are available. I gave the examples on this and just just written a for loop so that we can perform two actions at a time. Okay, so the first is like it will just click on the OK button. Second is like it will click accept and dismiss. And third is like first it will enter, then click on accept, then verify the text. Then next one is like it will click on like it will enter the data, click on dismiss. Then after it will validate the text. If text is available, it will show. Otherwise, it will say that print on cancel. Okay, I've just written a small piece of code here so that we can wait for that alert. In first case, it was not waiting for the alert, right? So I've just written this. Okay, so here, how do we call it? So we can just use this wait for alert method, and you can replace this code. Instead of writing for all the methods, just you can use this one. Okay, if you want to execute all of them, so this is also quite possible. Just run it again. Okay, so here we have used Chrome, right? So we'll try to execute them in Firefox. I'm trying to execute in Greco driver. So you clicked on that. Let me see. Then click on cancel button. It will show cancel there. It entered the Srikanth. And here also it will enter the Srikanth. Okay, there is one issue in the Chrome. Actually, it is not it doesn't display what you have entered into that particular text box. But in Chrome's in Firefox, it will display. Okay, so that we have like small issue. We not to worry about it. We'll check that one also. Now you see all the things are working as expected. Okay, so here, okay, so it is not displaying here the text that whatever we have entered, but it is like first time we have entered Srikanth, right? So it is when you have that text and it is like it has entered over there, right? So press the name, and if the text is not captured, but in case of Chrome, it is capturing the text. Okay, so these are some small issues, not to worry about it. But when we execute in Chrome, you can see the details clearly. Click done. Okay, now it will move to the next one. It is doing now. It is waiting for that. Don't cancel. Okay, so all the actions are performed. See, you pressed OK. See, first one is like I'm in alert box. When you pressed OK, then you press cancel, you entered the data, and finally you did not clicked on cancel button. Enter the data, it is showing hello Srikanth, how are you? You just clicked on cancel button, it is showing clicked on cancel button. Okay. Please practice this, guys. So with this, we have finished alert. How do we handle the alert boxes? We discussed about window handles and we discussed about frames. How do we switch to the frames? And we discussed about alert messages. Okay. So we'll be tomorrow we'll be discussing about how do we handle the bootstraps. Okay, bootstraps in the sense now you see. Sorry guys, I have bad throat. So here what I'm going to do is I'll take the example. Okay, let me take this taking some time. So you can see the first bootstrap page here, it shows column 1, column 2, column 3. But generally I'm talking about something which is dynamically it is pulling the data. Okay. So autocomplete, we'll take the autocomplete side that will help you to check the bootstraps and all. Okay. We'll talk about them. Okay. So autocomplete, I'll say autocomplete jQuery. So we have practicing sites, guys. So I just searched it and I'm showing you here. So now we have something when we press J, we'll get all the matching things. Okay. So wherever J we have inside that it will show. Okay. If you say C, I see all the options we have a C here. Okay. So this is inside the frame. We need to switch to this. Okay. So I'll show you. It's a very simple example. I'll show you in 2 seconds. Okay. Now you see here I'm going and I'm trying to use Selenium. Complete box. So here we're going to take the same set of things here, whatever we have to save our time. Go here and copy this. Okay, so we got this autocomplete. So after this, what we have to do, we have to switch to that, right? Switch to the frame. So we can switch with the index. After this, what I need to do is I need to identify this particular element because I need to enter the text into it. Okay, input and tags. So it's nothing but input and tags. So directly we'll write it now. So what do you want to enter? So you want to enter some data into it. I'll be using Windows example dot enter text by dot xpath. I'll write the xpath here input and at that ID is equals to text. So what is the text that you want to enter is want to enter the C. But I will enter the C, but what it returns is it's going to return C. It's not returning anything, but it's getting the element and it is trying to get that list. Okay. So I want to return something. List of web elements. I want to return list of web elements. So here I'm going to write a simple method, public static list of web elements. Okay, I'm entering the text here. So this text should return me the list of web elements. So here, say get list of options. Just I'm writing some list of options. Okay. So it should return me the, so get element is like, is a method. Okay. So what it return, it's returning the, what it is returning now? It is returning me the web element. I need to get the list of web elements. So for this, we need to add one more method. So here I'll write it. Okay. So get all elements. Get all elements. Here I'm going to see that list of elements. If I say this one, this wait should get me the list of elements. Okay. List of element. Wait for all elements. See how I'm just writing those methods here. Okay. So here, see dot elements, element to be clickable. Okay. So if that element is available, that I'm going to return it. So, but what is that I will return now? I need to return the list of web elements. Okay. So list of web elements. So for this, what I'm going to do is like visibility of all elements located by. Okay. So here I'll be getting visibility of all elements located by. So here I'll be returning this one. So it will return me this one. Finally, what I need to do is like I should use this method. So I'll come here and I'll get the. So this will return me the list of web elements. All options. Plus, so I need to import the packages here. Okay. So that's the reason why it is showing the web element contributing package. So here I'm getting all the, so here what I'm going to do, web element, all options. Now, what are the options that I'm getting here is like, I'll just check this one with the text. Oh, before this, what we have to do? So just give me a second. So we want to enter the text, right? So if we, once we enter the text, then it's going to return you the list of elements. Yes. See, it has entered this text. Okay. Okay. So what is happening here? This all option is null because we just enter the data, but it is not like, what we have to do is like, we have to see. This is nothing but this is identifying only this particular element. But after clicking that, we have to inspect the element. What is that list that we have, and what is the data that we have inside that list? Okay. So when we see, when we click on this, like when we type the C, so it is typing the C and we have to identify them individually. Okay. So now I'm going to inspect the element. So this is under, the list is available under this particular C. Okay. So this is like, we have all options which are available here. So we need to identify this particular UL. Okay. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to identify UL, its ID. Okay. So UL ID is equals to complete list I want to capture. Okay. So whatever list we have, this list is going to return me the data. Okay. So here I'll just copy this. So after switching to this, I want to enter some text. Okay. So for this, we have a method here. So handles dot enter text by dot xpath, and xpath that I'm going to copy here. What is the text I want to enter? This is the text I want to enter. After that, I'll get the list of elements. Okay. So here I'll just copy it here and paste. I'm going to copy this thing and paste it here. See, first what I'm trying to do is like, I want to enter some data into the text. Okay. So text field. See, after that, I want to capture the list of elements which are available under that particular list. Okay. So here, get list of options. I will not be entering anything here. I will be returning this list of elements. Okay. So for this, what I'm going to do is like, I'll be using get all elements. So if I say get all elements, it will come here and it will wait, and visibility of the all elements will be returned back to us. Okay. So I'll be using get all elements. But it is accepting. It is accepting only two things. Okay. So this is like it's accepting like what is the web element that you want to identify and what is the driver that you are identifying. Okay. So let's go and try to check this one. So it should get me all the text of it. All the text options which are available under that particular tab. Okay. So now you can see all of them we are getting. Okay. So wherein this particular option will have CEMIT. Okay. It's nothing but it's getting the list of things. Okay. List of things will be returning you back the list of web elements. Now you see if you want to click on this JavaScript. Okay. So you want to click on this JavaScript. So here I will be writing a condition here. Okay. Equals in most case. So here all whatever we have like element dot get text. If it is matching, then I'm going to click on that element. Okay. So how do I click it? So again, it's like element dot click. So or else you want to pass this element as like a parameter, that still you can do it. Okay. So copy it, paste it here. I want to click on that, right? Click on the element. You can see element. And here you have a website. So this is kind of like element that we have to pass. So but here what we have is like by. So we can just go and try to, again you see you can just go and change it to a web element. You can pass it as like element. You can just create another method. So likewise we can see now what is happening now. We are changing it to a polymorphism. Complete. We are changing it to a polymorphism. We are using them and we are changing it as a polymorphism. Now you see. So go to this fate. And take this one. Expected conditions to be clickable is like I want to give the element. That's it. Now you see everything is like changed according to us. Whichever way we want to use, we can use it. So now this like this one will go to this particular method. If I want to give the by dot something like see y dot xpath. So how this is moving at the runtime? So this is called polymorphism, guys. Where did we use polymorphism? Now you see when I click on this, it will go to this by class. Okay. So now go back. When I give the element, it will go to the element, web element. If I give the by, it will go to the by. Okay. So this is nothing but polymorphism. So generally they are going to ask you questions about like where do you exactly apply this polymorphism. So you can tell them this is what in common functions we are using the polymorphism. Now you see it should select JavaScript. Okay. See now it has selected the JavaScript. So this is nothing but autocomplete. See, when we try to capture this, what we need to do is like first we need to enter the data. That's nothing but whichever character you want to see. For example, if you enter Java, then after you need to capture these options. So how do we capture these options? See, first we have to identify this text and we have to enter the data. After that, we have to capture. Capture in the sense, now it will list down these things. Okay. So we need to capture them. Right click on it, inspect the elements. So this will be available under the list. You can see it is available under the list. For example, let me just take it again. That otherwise directly you can just right click on this. You can see inspect element. Okay. Inspecting. So you can see this is available under this tool. We have two options here, right? So if you want to validate it, you can validate. So one is Java, another one is like JavaScript. So how do we identify instead of whenever we want to get the list of elements, then we have to use list of web elements. Okay. So it will return with the list of web elements. I can see with the help of this UID, select these are the two children, right? So in this, I want to get the two children. So this is a parent. Okay. To get them, how do we write this XPath? Control F. Let me see. So just write UL is a tag name. And what is that attribute? ID is equals to attribute. And here /li. So when you say li, so what it is like the list of children under that particular parent will be captured, and it will return you in the form of like list of web elements. Okay. Now you see, I'm taking the same thing here, and I'm passing it as like a parameter to the XPath here. So get all elements. So what it does is like get all elements. It will call you wait for elements. So wait for elements will wait for the visibility of all elements located by. So once you wait for it, so like all the elements are available, it will return the list of web elements, and this will be written back to the list of web elements. That's the thing, but all elements will be identified here. So here, when you go back to the code, now what we are trying to do is like we are capturing them in a list of web elements. After that, I'm taking one web element at a time using the advanced for loop, and I'm trying to match with that. Okay, if JavaScript is available, click on that JavaScript. Okay, so we have C here. And if that element is not there, for example, if you want to give something, JavaScript 1, 2, 3 or something, in that case, if it is not there, it will say element not available. Option not available. Okay, you can say option not available. So here also you can do one thing is like you can happily write one. Use a different exception. See how we are using. See, this is the reason why we need Java to be known. Okay, so throw exception. I'm throwing the exception. So I'll put Java 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now you see there is no kind of like Java 1, 2, 3. So it should throw the exception. No option available. Option not available. Okay. So this is the reason why we should be familiar with the Java whenever we are working with the Selenium. All the concepts that we are using is part of like Java itself. Now you see, you get just option not available, right? So exception I'm throwing because this option is not there. We are getting the text and we are trying to do it. But here we see that option is not available. So it is showing the option not available. Okay. See how this is like organized now. It will show exactly this location. See option, our own exceptions that we are creating, custom exceptions. Okay, for example, option is there. Then what we do is like we have some, we'll go and try to check for C itself. You will happily click on that C. Okay, we did not perform any click actions, right? Oh, click action is already there. So if this particular thing is available, so it should C dot equals or ignores case. So let's. Because this element is available there. What is that we have here? So option is not available. It's just without the handles get elements that we have list of elements. I'm going to get the text. Okay, so here first instead of writing them, so I want to see what is the text that we are getting. Okay, so element dot get text. I should get all the list of elements. Okay. It'll be faster, guys. So now we can see. So C is available. Okay. So it should click on this element. No matter what, it should go and click on that particular element. Okay. So see, first it is like trying to check it. Okay. So if it is not available, then directly it is showing the option not available. Okay, you got me. What is happening? First time it is checking and it is like it's the first time we are not getting it, right? Okay, so when I click on C, so which is available, action script is available. If I select action script, it will directly select and it will just click on that. Okay, so but if the second time when I want to go and try for the second time. Okay, so in that case, what we have to do is like, see, I'll just try to. I'm going to write a small condition, else if what is that element dot size. So we have all options, right? All options is like we'll get the see. This is like again. See what is happening here. So we are trying to match with the options, whatever we have, like what we get here, all options dot get size. Okay. So get size, if this particular size exceeds the size that we are getting. Okay. So in that case, what we do is like, we are going to take, for example, I'll take one variable, that's nothing but int count. Count is equals to 0. So I'll take one count, like I want to compare now. So if in case like if this matches, then you can say that option not available. Okay. So the size exists. First, what happens is like it will come to this, check for the C. C is not available. C is not available. C is not available. C is available. Okay. So it will click and it will come out of that. Okay. I'll just write a piece of code. Okay. Then you can understand how exactly I'm just organizing this things. Okay. So how do we handle this? So if it is matching, then I'm going to break it. If it is not matching, I'll go and try to check for the count. Okay. So count is greater than or equal to this one. Now you see, so earlier exception, what we got is like, we got like C is not available. See, all the Java basic concept that we are using. See, now it is selecting C, but it did not throw any exception now. It did not throw any exception because we have written the condition in such a way. First is like, I want to check all the options, how many options which are available as part of this particular C. For example, when I just click on this, and this type C, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, whatever we are like 10. When I say options dot size, it will return the 10. Okay, so first it is going here, and I've taken one variable here. Count is equals to 0. So first time what happens is like count is like 0. Then it will come here and it will increment the count as like 1. Okay, so it will check for this cell. What is that element which is available at this index is like 1. And it will check for the condition. C dot equals ignores element. So C is not equals to action script. So it will not get into this. It will come here and it will check for the count. Count 1 is greater than or equal to size 10. Not true. Then it will go into this. Okay. Again for loop. Increment the count. Count becomes 2. Then it will print the second one. It will check for this. C is equals to Apple script. No. It will come here. Count is like 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 10. No. It will again go and iterate. Like this, it will go and iterate till this available. Okay. See, for example, if you are trying to put some CC, okay, CC is not there. It has to throw the exception. Now it will throw the exception that option is not available. Because the elements which we are fetching from that list does not have CC. It is not selecting anything. It will throw the exception as like option not available. So this is where it was. So earlier what is happening is like, first it is trying for this first element itself. C is not equals to action script. Then it is directly throwing this exception. To make it more like, like in a real time, what we do is like, we are going to iterate this particular list. Okay. So we'll iterate that list. We'll compare with C with this action, whatever the string that we are passing. If it is not matching this one, it will go to the next one, next one, next one, next one, like this. It will go and see, for example, if you want to set the schema, okay, which is available at the last. Then now you see. See now, it is clicking on schema. We did not get any exception here. If you have something like schema 1, 2, 3, which is not matching, and the count is also increasing, then what happens is like it will throw option. See. Option. Okay. I'll stop it here, guys. So we discussed about like auto-complete box also. So we'll try to see how many elements that we can cover as part of this. Okay. So we'll cover most of them, like, when we look into the other things, like, how do we handle this progress bars? Like if you want to just drag and drop. Still it's not loading. Slider also we can handle. The slider also we can move sliders like this. And if you have any menu buttons under that menu, if you want to select some option like from here, go to the other things. Okay, it is not showing up here. Yeah, that's it. That's one is this. On the click on top, like this, we can just do this set of actions, like whatever actions that we do. So this can be discussed as part of like actions classes. Tomorrow we'll start with the actions classes, guys. So there we can see that how do we exactly use this keyboard actions and mouse actions to perform the operations on the particular element. Okay, so I'll share this programs with you guys. Please practice and let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, so we discussed about alerts and autocomplete student. Okay, thanks for your time, guys. Let's meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.